So there is a way that Shiba Inu becomes the best coin in all of crypto. I'm not saying Shib's bad now. Obviously, right now it sits kind of around the top 10 in terms of all assets. It's a blue chip token at this point. But this way would actually make Shiba Inu one of the most bear market resistance and one of the highest demand tokens in the entire space. I'm Luxide, welcome to the channel. I'm gonna dive deep into this in this video. So if you guys haven't already, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button below, hit that bell again, guys, that is free. You just get updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So let's dive right into this. Shib right now currently sits as the, 13th largest coin in all of crypto, technically number 11 because I don't count stables. People don't put money into stables to try to make money, right? So Shib is on the cusp of re-entering the top 10. It's about a $2 billion market cap away from doing so. And do I think Shib will do this in this market cycle? I absolutely do. I think Shib has very high demand, like we've talked about, obviously huge optics outside the space. There's a lot of things that are working in Shiba Inu's benefit. But there's one thing right now that is not active, that if this does get figured out, Shiba Inu will become the best asset in all of crypto. Now, this isn't a guarantee. This isn't financial advice or anything like that, but there's a big reason why I still hold out hope for the Shib ecosystem, for shibarium, for the developments that are going on there. And the simple fact of this is that if this is figured out, if they get back on the right track, Shiba Inu can become hyper deflationary and become one of the best stores of value in crypto. What I mean by this is right now, there are tokens in crypto that have inflationary supplies and deflationary supplies. Shiba Inu can only have a deflationary supply. It was all minted at the original launch of Shiba Inu. I've had people ask this question before. And frankly, right now, all you see is supply that can go down. There can never be any pulled out of the dead end wallet. All that can happen is people sending to the dead end wallet. So we got to this period where Shiba Inu or shibarium was doing millions of transactions per day. And we saw these burn fees on shibarium be extremely high, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of bones set aside to buy and burn Shiba Inu. And that's the key point, right? When we talk about burns, I often say that burns do not affect the price of Shib because frankly, they don't, right? You're pulling from somewhere. It doesn't change anything except for the future potential for growth because there's less that can dump on your head. But where things get interesting is buy and burn functions. So with shibarium, there is a buy and burn function. The problem is the fees right now are extremely low. They're not what we saw, back when there were millions of transactions taking place. They did a hard fork that changed everything. And unfortunately, it got us off the path that was actually awesome. Now, what is exciting about this is if there is a buy and burn function and there's enough activity, you can see so much buy pressure on an asset that it restricts downward movement. And at the same time, you're removing potential supply from what can be dumped on the heads of holders in the future. That's where things really truly get interesting. So then regardless of whether you're entering a bear market and people are selling or whether people are exciting and buying, you're removing supply either way. That's where things get kind of cool and kind of wild, right? So when we look around the space, we don't see anything like this currently. Nobody has figured this out. Nobody has a similar function, maybe slightly similar, but not to the extent of which it would affect Shiba Inu, because you already are capitalizing on the fact that Shiba Inu has very large optics, huge growth potential for the future. It's in every single exchange. It's in every payment network, right? Shiba Inu exposure is extremely high. And now if you offer this incentive of, hey, you can transact at a cheap rate and actually help make Shiba Inu more scarce, it creates a very wild scenario where Shib can become bear market resistant, where it isn't dropping as much as other assets in the space. And then it actually becomes a safe haven for people to flock to in bear market cycles. It's a very wild concept. Some people will say, oh yeah, that's not a thing, blah, blah, blah. Well, we've seen it in action. Remember, just those several days where this burn function or buy and burn function was working well with shibarium, and there were these millions of transactions taking place, there was hundreds of thousands of dollars removed per day. Think about that. That is, it snowballs into a very large amount of money, a very large amount of Shiba Inu. And that's frankly where you can see Shiba Inu climb these ranks very quickly, reach some unrealistic price points that people would say right now are unrealistic, but also challenge some of these top assets right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, this isn't a guarantee that they're going to get stuff figured out. This isn't a guarantee that they're going to get back on the track that they were before. But It's the reason why, again, I continue to hold out hope. It's the reason why there is, in fact, still huge potential for Shiba Inu for the future. It's not the only reason. Great fundamentals are a big reason why Shib is going to perform well anyways. But just think if they figure this out. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. Again, if you guys have not checked out Margex, there is a link in the description below. Again, you can earn up to $10,000 in deposit and trading bonuses. Take your portion of a huge Caspa airdrop going on right now as well. So again, there's no KYC or anything like that. So feel free to check it out. But have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.